and welcome back to another deck profile. In this video we're going to be covering the Seadramon lineup. However, I've opted for a more Seadramon based deck. I've tried to work with what I can, however this is what I'm basically playing at the moment and I'm very much enjoying what this deck does. So we're going to dive straight into it, and naturally, as always, we'll start with the Digi-Eggs. In terms of the Digi-Eggs, nothing's changed. We're still running the BT7 Bukamon. It's a your turn once per turn effect. When you play a Digimon from one of your Digimon's Digivolution cards, you gain 1 memory. Quite self-explanatory, but the reason for that is because a large portion of the time you are playing Digimon through effects. So yeah, we're just sticking with the 4 of, nothing's really changed. Moving on to our rookies next. The first set of rookies that we're running is a full play set of the Gomamon from the EX8 range. It has an on-play effect, revealing the top 3 cards of your deck, and you get to add 1 card with the DS trait and 1 card with the Sea Beast or Plesiosaur trait among them to your hand, and then you return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Its inherited effects are when attacking once per turn, but if you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, you draw 1 card. The next set that we're running is none other than the new Crabmon from EX8. Its on-play effect is one of your Digimon gains blocker until the end of your opponent's turn, and naturally, much like some of the other blue level 3s, the inherited effect is jamming. This is just a very good card generally, and that's why we're running 4 of them. However, with the Seadramon lineup that we have at the moment, you can pretty much mix and match rather. Next up we have Sangomon from BT18, sorry, BT19 rather, but this one has an on-play as well. You've revealed the top 3 cards of your deck. You add 1 card with the Aqua or Seadramon trait, and 1 card with the Liberator trait among them to your hand, and then you return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Its inherited effect is an end of attack once per turn, you gain 1 memory. Again, it's a good, solid card, just generally, but that is pretty much all of our rookies. Champions wise, we're running 10 cards in total. The first 2 are Dolphmon from EX8, namely because of the Digivolve cost, which is only a cost of 1. Has a when attacking effect as well, inherited. It's once per turn. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, you draw 1. It's exactly the same as the Gomamon, but again, it's just a solid 2 off to have, just namely for the Digivolution cost alone. The next champions that we're running, however, is a full play set of the new Seadramon from EX8. It has a when attacking once per turn effect, which gains 1 memory, and additionally its inherited effect, much like the Crabmon, has jamming. It's just a really good card in general, especially if you are using this on top of the Crabmon, so you'll have jamming, you'll gain 1 memory on the swing, and then you can carry on doing what you need to do for the remainder of the term. But the last set of champions that we're running is none other than Seadramon, the promo. It has both an on-play and when Digivolving effect. It's one of your blue Digimon can't be deleted in battle until the end of the opponent's turn, and its inherited effect is your turn once per turn, but when any of your effects plays another Digimon, one of your blue Digimon gains rush for the turn. This card has spiked dramatically in price. I'm so glad I picked them up for £6 at the time. But yeah, that's it for our champions. Next up, our ultimates. We're running 4 of the new Mega Seadramon from EX8. It's on play and when Digivolving effect is one of your Digimon unsuspends. It's when attacking is once per turn, but if you have 1 or more memory, one of your opponent's Digimon can't suspend until the end of their turn. It's when attacking once per turn. Inherited effect, however, is by placing one of your other Digimon as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, it unsuspends. The next set of ultimates we're running is again Mega Seadramon, this time from BT15. It's on play and when Digivolving effect. It's by placing one of your other blue Digimon as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card. You can return one of your opponent's Digimon whose level is less than or equal to the place card, and that card goes to the bottom of the deck. Its inherited is exactly the same as the previous Mega Seadramon. You effectively place one of your other blue Digimon underneath and then it unsuspends. Megas, we're running 2 of the new Metal Seadramon Ace from EX8. It's on play, and when Digivolving effect is a D-Digivolve 1 of your opponent's Digimon, then return one of their play cost 7 or lower Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Its all turns effect is whilst you have 1 or more memory, none of your opponent's Digimon can suspend. So it's just a very, very good blast card, especially for this deck lineup. Next up, we have 4 of the new Plesiomon. So it's when Digivolving effect is you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from this Digimon's Digivolution cards without paying the cost. Then it's your turn. Once per turn effect is when your Digimon are played or Digivolved. If any of them have the DS trait, 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Digimon card with the DS trait in the hand. Then that DNA Digimon can attack. It's a really good card, generally. Last but not least for our Megas, we've got the new Seadramon from EX8. But it's when Digivolving effect is a return up to 14 play costs total worth of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. And then if you've DNA Digivolved, you may play up to 12 play costs total worth of DS trait cards from this Digimon sources. All turns whilst you have 1 or more memory, none of your DS trait Digimon are affected by your opponent's effects. And whilst you have 1 or less, your opponent's Digimon can't activate on play effects. Tamer wise, we're running just 2 Davis, namely because 1, it's a memory setter, and 2, it's on play. You can reveal the top 3 cards of the deck, and you can add 1 blue and 1 green Digimon card among them to your hand. Naturally, we're only ever going to be choosing blue, but I just think this is still a solid card for this deck. However, preference as it may be, you may be able to use the new Fish Tamer from EX8 or BT19 rather. Option wise, we're running 2 Deep Saver cards. Essentially, whilst you have no face up security cards, you may ignore this card's colour requirements. Its security effect is whilst you have 1 or more memory, none of your DS trait Digimon can be deleted in battle. And then its main effect is you add the bottom security card to your hand, and then you place this card face up as the bottom security card. It's inherited so that you may play 1 level 5 or lower security card with the DS trait from your hand without paying the cost. Next up, we're running 1 Blue Scramble. So if you're not familiar with this card, you choose 1 of your blue Digimon, and then it may Digivolve into a blue Digimon from your hand with the cost reduced by 3. Then you place this card in the battle area. Its delay effect is you return 1 blue Digimon card from your trash to the top of the deck. Then if you don't have a Digimon, you may play 1 blue Digimon card with 2000 EP or less from your trash without paying the cost. Next up, we have Blue Memory Boost from the promo line. Essentially just for searching reasons really. You reveal the top 4 cards of the deck and you add 1 blue Digimon card among them to your hand. And its delay effect is that you can use the delay to gain 2 memory. Security effects, you naturally just place this in the battle area. But yeah, we're running a 2 of just purely for searching reasons really. Because it's not always that you're going to be hitting dual targets with your searchers and in terms of your level 3s. The last set of options that we're running is that of Mental Training. It's a good 4 of to have in this deck, but you reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. You can add any 1 blue card among them to your hand. The delay effect is ultimately 1 of your Digimon may Digivolve into a blue Digimon card in your hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. This is just a very good card to keep climbing up the levels, especially as you want to be getting to that Seadramon. But that's it. That is the 50 card deck for my Sea Animals lineup. There is plenty I could change, however I'm quite happy with what it is at the moment. But as always, thank you very much for watching the video. Here's the deck profile on the screen now. Feel free to use it, tweak it, do what you want with it. And as always, like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave any comments about how you feel about it. But thank you and take care.